All right, all right. I have made it. Oh my gosh, I look ghostly. Oh my goodness. There, it's a little better. Maybe. Welcome to the show, y'all. I just had a sneezing fit, let me tell you. And I know it's a joke, it's a running joke when I have a sneezing fit that it's a bit. I promise you, it ain't no bit. In fact, pretty sure I rubbed all the makeup off of my nose and my upper lip. And I'm just hoping that my lipstick didn't get too smeared because I didn't have time to check myself in the mirror. It literally just happened. So, apologies for the post-sneezy face. Anyway, welcome to the show, y'all. I'm RC I'm coming to y'all live from Austin, Texas here on August 27th, 2025. Yes, we are almost at the end of August. I cannot believe it. How time flies. Anyway, y'all know what I do here. If you're watching your likely family, and if you're new or you're stumbling on this show later, watching the replay, I read the oracles from the universe. I read the signs. I read the messages. I have intuition about stuff, and I have opinions about things. And so all you got to do to participate in this show, besides watch, is get into the chat room. Make sure you're logged into Google to do that. And if you have a question for the universe and you want me to spin my wheel of fortunes and see what the universe has to say about your bullshit, then put it in all caps in the chat, and I'll spin the wheel, and this is how it goes. It's what I do. It's what I do. Anyway, P&G's here. Hi, P&G, good to see you. Family member in the house. All right. Well, I'm not bound to a whole hour. If it's a slow night, we might cut it short, but I'll be here for, I'll say at least 25, 30 minutes at least. Me and my hippie Sprite here, which is just a lemon or lime juice and sparkling water. Real easy. All right. Well, before we get started, we always have to do the ritual. Now, if you have your own ritual that you like to do, of course, do your thing. But what I like to do to start out is, where'd it go? Burn the sacred wood. Just going to let this little piece of wood from somewhere in South America get lit and make the house smell slightly nicer. Although it's not as bad, I did give the dog a bath last week. So the overwhelming dog stench is lessened by about 15%. Patrick and Googer here. Good to see y'all. All right. More family in the house. And after we've burned the sacred wood, we ring the bell. Yeah, ring the bell. Let the universe know we're here. We're ready. And we next up do our Prospera spray. This is to manifest some abundance. The good abundance, not the bad. And then finally, to anoint the chakras and make sure they're nice and lubricated, we got our Florida water. We're just going to anoint ourselves all the way down to the root and back up. And yeah, there's the streamlined ritual. And guess what? We do have a lotto ticket tonight. Woo! Hopefully something will come of this. We shall see. All right, y'all. Ritual is executed. And now is the time for the show. If you got a question, put it in the chat. I will answer as best I can. You got you some Florida water when you were on vacation from a fake witch. Well, how do you know she was fake? What if she was just a real good witch and was so good at being a witch that she made you think she was fake because she was that good at being a witch? Goog has a question. Here we go. Did fake witch lady from Galveston recurse our Jeep? Oh my goodness. Did y'all go to that little place on the Strand? I've been there before. I think it's called the Witchery, or I don't know. You need therapy. Well, I don't know. Maybe. But here's what your friendly therapist, Dr. Freud, would say about your worry. Let's see. What does he got to say about this one? Oh, he's being he's being cheeky. He's not really wanting to show himself. He don't want to get on the wrong side of the witch. Let's channel that anger. That was the answer. Let's channel that anger. So obviously you had some feelings about the witch lady. First off, you was saying fake, and then second off, thinking a curse. Well, if it's a fake witch, how are they going to curse you? Right? Think about it like that. If they ain't got no power, it ain't happening. So you got to decide what to believe about this. And if you get mad about a part of your trip that the witch lady triggers in you, go inside and find out why you got mad. Maybe the witch lady is just being projected upon because the other thing happened and you had to internalize it and you couldn't let it out in the moment because you're on vacation. And then you go in, you see the witch lady, and then, all of a sudden you've just created a monster. When really it's just some person that's working for probably like, I don't know, $15 an hour maybe, if they're lucky. So yeah, think about it like that. It's not a very direct answer, but you get to decide how it works, remember. Because she was selling pocket knives that she claimed were tuned with specific frequencies. Well, maybe they were. Maybe you don't know what little prayer voodoo chicken blood shit she did over them knives that she got from China before she actually was putting them on the blanket to sell. You don't know. Okay. Was that shooter MK Ultra? Ooh, this is a juicy one. I assume you're talking about the one from the Catholic school. But, maybe there's been another shooting since this morning that's taken up the headlines. I don't know. I can only do a few minutes of news at a time these days because the bullshit smell is overwhelming. I don't know what to believe. I don't know what's even AI anymore. So I just try to tune it all out. I have a peripheral vision on it just so it don't come up and smack me upside the head without any kind of warning. I want to at least know it's approaching. But yeah, I don't pay too much attention to it. But as far as that little shooter, I guess it was an ex-student was the last I heard of it, at the church through the stained glass into the chapel. That's some serious shit right there. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what book you might want to read to ferret out this question. We got rhetorical here. Let's see what kind of, maybe it'll be a legal drama or a saga. It's important to find good witches. Yes, you got to have the good witches because there's bad ones all over. All right, here we go. What do we got? Oh, War of the Worlds. Okay. So, I think there's actually a War of the Worlds remake out right now that's supposedly so awful. It's like on level with, I can't remember what, Battleship Earth? Some other horrible sci-fi thing. But, yeah. There's your answer. The answer to your existential question is in that book. So put it on your reading list. The War of the World says a whole lot about different things. In metaphor, the aliens is a metaphor, y'all. Okay. Speaking of finding good witches, should I change primary care doctors? I don't know. I ain't had one in so long, I don't even know what it's like. Oh, another rhetorical. My goodness. You're going to be doing a lot of reading in the doctor's office, let me tell you. Although I have to admit, I didn't have to wait around too long. I'm used to waiting at the doctor for like an hour to be seen. And I got in within about 30 minutes, which I feel like is pretty good. All right, let's see. What other book should you bring to your appointment? This one. Oh, what is it? Oh, a Mark Twain book. So you got to have your comedy along with your tragedy here. Your sci-fi tragedy And you got to have some comedy. Good old Americana comedy. So yeah, there's your arsenal. I think the overall question though about should you change your doctor is, how does your doctor make you feel? If you're with your doctor, do you feel comfortable? Do you feel like they can share a joke with you and, talk about serious shit without judgment? Or do you think this is some weird, like, stiff robot NPC person that might not even exist? It might just be an AI hologram. And then you're like, damn, my insurance company is really slacking on this shit because they ain't even got like a flesh and blood person in the office with me. It's worse than a virtual visit. It's because when you're virtual, you're like, okay, it's probably another person. That's easy to set up. But when they go to the trouble to like fabricate a whole hologram of a doctor to help you, then oh lordy, it has become time to even think about whether you want to continue on this earth. That's how out of the crazy this is. So I don't know. Revisit your feelings when you go to your doctor. Do you get a bad touch feeling? Maybe change. Your doctor always seems very frazzled. Yeah, they probably are. I mean, think of all the medical bullshit we know about. What do you think your doctor knows about? Probably way worse. But yeah, I mean, you might as well doctor shop. There's a whole bunch of doctors now. They've been churning the med school grads out for decades at this point. Remember, there was a time not too far in the distant past when there was very few people who was a doctor, which is why they was respected. Now any yahoo, they can get their ass through some kind of med school in the Mediterranean or not the Mediterranean, the Caribbean. If they get some of them low rate med schools, they come out with like $500,000 in debt, because they partied while I was there. It took a while. But then they come back to the U.S. and they're your doctor. It's like, okay, this could be a gas station clerk. They are on the level of gas station clerk. They just had more resources. So think about it. I'm not saying all gas station clerks is dumb, but you know what I mean. Should you go to med school? Only if it's club med school. Ha ha, dad joke there. I don't know. I didn't know you had aspirations towards being a doctor, but we'll see. Oh, a pornacle. Wow. Well, we got a little bit of a spicy dip into what you might be running into if you do go to med school, or maybe what you might be studying. Think about it. You could be studying an area. Let's see. Woo. Got to get to the random number generator. Random number generator. I don't think I put my my brightness is way low. No wonder I couldn't see shit. Google random number generator. Random number generator. All right, there's 755 pages in that pornicle. Which page for med school? Page 681. Page 681 for med school. Going toward the modern times. Oh, okay. Hold up. We're getting there. Getting there. Okay. Look. It's going to be a fast fuck if you do it. But will it be satisfying? We don't know. Do any of these people look happy with what they're doing? They do not. And they're not even doing it in a way that looks particularly like romantic. They're facing away. Probably they both got bad breath, drinking all that red wine at the club or whatever. And he's got a half like boner there, and he's like, it's all right. And she's like, okay. And her pussy smells because she ain't washed in a couple of days. And so like it's not a very appetizing scene. So in my opinion, yeah, if you want to do it, you can, but is it going to be worth it? It don't look like it. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I didn't mean to burst your bubble. If you're really into it, give it a try. You know, you might be the one that comes through and creates the thing that makes it better. You know, it's due for a shakeup. Maybe you're the groundbreaking shaking upper. Yeah, you didn't think so. You would be a terrible doctor. Well, that depends. There's so many terrible doctors out there. Where would you fall on the scale? That's what you got to think. If you got like a little bit of moral compass, you're probably not the worst doctor. Because the worst ones are the ones that are psychopaths and do not give a shit. Okay. Who else has a question for the universe? I think I got all of them. And I'm on the live chat. Remember to put on the live chat just in case we got friends from other countries trying to log in. We won't miss their commentary. You think OraCola is in league with the Galveston Witch Lady? I am not. I assure you, I'm an independent contractor when it comes to the witching and the oracling and all the divination and all the whatever white lady witch shit gets going on in my house. I'm the sole proprietor of this shop, and I am not in cahoots with nobody. Because I've been in cahoots with people before, and let me tell you, being in cahoots with people usually ends badly because people suck, including myself. P&G, a September reading, please. Okay, let's see. Oh, a liturgical, my goodness. So many famous literary works are weaseling into our fall reading schedule here already. It is Virgo season, so it is time to be a little bit more responsible, reeling it in after Leo season, taking care of business, taking care of other people, taking care of yourself with a good book. Let's see. What genre shall we explore in September? What should we see? What do we got? Macbeth. Ooh, Shakespeare. It's time to get in touch with Shakespeare. Scotland also. You could go get you into some Outlander shit if you were feeling tacky. Yeah. No judgment. Go any which way. But I would say grand drama, poetry, flowery language, and dramatic landscapes should be on your reading list. It's been a while since I've actually read any Shakespeare. I wonder if I can even still interpret it. I feel like the older I've gotten, my vocabulary has gotten even worse. And now I might not know all them words that are in there. And it might be one of the things where I have to like look up some things. I don't know. I ain't tried it yet. I do have me a big ass book of Shakespeare. I think it's my roommate's, but she don't ever look in it. And so yeah, I could always look in there, see if I can understand a page or whatever. If I can't understand it, I ain't gonna waste time on it. I'm just gonna like look it up on the internet. Macbeth, Scotland, Shakespeare. There you go. You're welcome. That's a whole lot of shit to choose from. I would even say Scotland includes J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter shit. I think that falls under the whole umbrella. So if you just want to slum it with some Harry Potter, I'm down with that. I don't cancel people just because they got opinions about shit. You have the complete unabridged Shakespeare. Well, la-di-da, look who's fancy. Goog, how many managers has 8-Ball Karen verbally assaulted on her vacation? Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. I've not thought about Karen because, out of sight, out of mind, good riddance. Oh, OraCola's choice. Ew. Hmm. 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 I think we can only use a book of Revelation for Karen because she's that dramatic. And yeah. So, first off, we're going to get a chapter, 22 chapters in the book of Revelation. Ooh, chapter 9. How many verses? And if you want to be petty and not think about it, you can just assume 9 people or whatever the next number is, whichever's higher, I would say. But we got, ooh, it's upside down? I don't even know. Oh, no. Had it right side up. It's just so big. This big ass Bible is so big. All right, we're in Revelation. I feel like I'm missing my page. Let's see, chapter 9. Hath 21 verses. Okay. We're going to go to 21. Oh, 7. Okay. So she's assaulted at least 9 or 7. This is the answer from the Revelation. And the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses prepared into battle. And on their heads were, as it were, crowns like gold, and their faces were as the faces of men. She fucked up so many people. She's fucking up somebody right now. She is on the phone to somebody in a foreign country, India, Bangladesh. I don't know where they get their call center people from now. But she is fucking with somebody as we speak. That's how many it is. And this is a glorious occupation for her. There is nothing that makes Karen happier than to be on vacation doing the thing she loves the most. Harassing people. Making people feel like shit. Being a bitch. There's your answer. There's some really weird art on that verse if you Google it. I bet there is. Oh, I bet. Oh, hey. 9:22, y'all. Anybody else has a question? We'll hang out for a little bit longer just to see if anybody else flows in. What do I want to talk about? I didn't even put no tea in the teapot because it's just always overflowing. And there's no point. It's like always coming in and out, in and out. Like the news cycle goes so fast. It really does. Today, we had that shooting, another school shooting. There's so many of them. It's hard to feel empathy when there's a big mass shooting because it happens like every fucking week. What do you expect from me, man? I know you've done your job. You've desensitized me from this horror. And it is horror. It's awful. It's like when there's a natural disaster. I already forgot about all that shit that happened in July, all them floods. Out of sight, out of mind. It's crazy. We are all such little automatons, little puppets of the man when it comes to our feelings and what we think about. Because you have to be. You have to be. But yeah, the tea I was gonna say is the flag burning thing. And I know this is a few days old, so it's probably out of the news cycle. But we already went through this shit before. Right? Am I stupid? Or did we have this conversation and national emergency about this issue back in like the late 80s or early 90s? Wasn't this already decided? Now, I don't know what is going on inside the president's head because obviously that person is not anything near me in my upbringing or my point of view or my worldview. Nothing. There's probably very little that we could like commiserate on as being in common with each other. But I will say it's very interesting that this one gets drug up out of the grave to throw out onto the altar of controversy. Because I'm pretty sure most people who actually care about the country and understand the laws of the country would agree that, as egregious and horrific as it might be to witness the desecration of a symbol of national pride, if someone wants to do it, it ain't my fucking business. This is what it all boils down to. We are not a nanny state, at least not on the paper, right? The whole thing about the United States is getting to a land where there ain't no fucking HMO or the HOA or whatever they call it. The HOA. Yeah, that was what we founded our country on. No HOA. Guess what? We've gotten over the years a slightly encroaching HOA. And listen, I know if you're offended by the thing and you would be like, oh yeah, of course, outlaw that shit. No, you cannot fall into this trap. That's what the man wants you to do. You have to think critically and neutrally about the situation. And ultimately, when you're thinking about it, does it really hurt you that much? Does it? Does it? Maybe if you have a very particular feeling about the piece of fabric and it was important to you in some way that was psychologically scarring enough for you to give a shit now. But yeah, does it matter? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it does. I think the man is trying to rile you up about something you don't actually care about. And that's pretty shitty. Yeah, and I made this observation on the social medias already, but most of the flags they got out there now, they're made out of synthetic fibers. They are not going to burn easily without copious amounts of accelerants, which are dangerous. They're going to melt before anything else. They will even melt after they burn. They will just melt. So, yeah, it's not really burning in the same way that you would burn paper or wood. Totally different process. So, yeah, it's a big non-issue. And I don't know why it has to be written out and thrown out into the public as a dog whistle bone. Again, why again? This is the part that's making me think. Why again? Where are we in the cycle that this needs to come up again? What are we drinking? Oh yeah, my hippie Sprite. Just wearing my hippie Sprite. But I did take a nice big toke before I came on, so. You've not been looking at news, so you don't know about the flag issue. Oh, yeah, Trump signed some executive order saying, yeah, if you burn the flag, you should be thrown in jail for X number of days or whatever. I'm like, it's going to get thrown out of court. It's already been decided it's unconstitutional to deny people the right to burn the fucking flag. So, like I said, there's some other political motive. There's some distraction. Why are they trying to stoke this flame, if you will? Yeah, don't give up on freedom of speech. You need that shit. Because look what's happening over in Great Britain. They ain't got no freedom of speech. People are getting rounded up for shit they say online. I could be rounded up for the shit I'm saying on my YouTube if somebody over there complained about it and the extradition treaty of the United States was like, yeah, well, we can send that old hoe over and then maybe get us a political prisoner. Not saying I'm that important. I'm just saying. They have crazy strict laws over there. People are going to jail for shit they said online. That's their opinion. No. I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled by the freedom of speech because you know what? I say a lot of shit. I say a lot of shit that some people could find offensive or think was dangerous. I ain't tooting my horn about it. I'm just telling y'all the facts. And y'all know because y'all been watching me for years. So, yeah, I'm all about the freedom of speech. Even the speech I don't agree with. Okay. Goog, is it illegal to use heat to form the American flag into a sharp plastic stabbing implement like a very large prison tank? That's a complicated question. We will spin the wheel. I don't know if the answer will be forthcoming, but let's see. Oh, a crystal. Well, if nothing else, you'll get some kind of like material to work with it so you can perform your own ritual around it and hope that it actually stabs the person you're trying to kill. Because, I don't know, sharp plastic can be sharp, but how strong is it? I feel like its tensile strength goes down the more it gets manipulated, right? I don't know. I ain't no like plastic miracle worker. I ain't worked with it. But this might be a fun project if you don't go to medical school. Think about it like that. And if it's good enough and they're aesthetic enough, you can sell that shit at the art market and make some money. Okay. Here we go, Crystal. Azurite. Ooh, get laser focused. So yeah, get focused like the point of that shank you're about to craft out of plastic that you melted. And you might need to experiment with molds, with heating methods, with the temperature curing. I don't know. There's a whole lot about plastic that I don't know. But you could get focused on this and it could become a business. Just putting that out there. Oh, yeah. It is 9:31, y'all. Who else has a question? If anybody else has a question or if you're a looky-loo, please throw that shit in the chat. Otherwise, I might do just like a reading for the collective and then wrap it up. I do have to go to my fast food job at an ungodly hour this morning, so woo! Let's see. Reading for the collective. Oh, you need therapy. Well, this one came up earlier, so let's see what the collective needs to think about this last week of August, going into September. What does Dr. Freud say? Oh, he's being so bitchy tonight. Oh, less guilt, more smiles. There you go. I don't know if he's going to let you see it. Maybe. Oh, it kind of went away. But yeah, it did say less guilt, more smiles. So, yeah, you know, the world's crazy. I say this every week. Every week. I beat this horse to death. I've beaten this horse so much, it is a pulp that has beaten down into the ground. It's indented. That's how much I've beaten this horse. Yeah, shit's going to happen. The world is crazy. There's a whole lot you don't have no control over because the man is a lizard demon sent here to torment you. However, you can always focus on the good things in your life and not dwell on the parts where you fucked up or you made a mistake or you missed the chance or whatever you are beating yourself up over about it. So just, try to put that behind you. Enjoy the last few days of the summer of August of 2025. We ain't in war right now. They ain't dropped the alien invasion on us yet. We're still maintaining. There ain't even a big-ass hurricane out there trying to get us. So we're in a good spot right now. So enjoy it and try to focus on the good. Okay. You could be jailed for saying you love bacon in an area of what? That's wild to me. Isn't bacon part of the British breakfast? Like the traditional thing? That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. I ain't heard that. I've heard other shit, but not that one. Okay. Would you rather be surgically operated on by me wielding an American flag shank or Dr. Jill Biden? Oh, well, no question. I'd rather trust you because I could at least sue you. I think Jill Biden's got enough lawyers that I wouldn't be able to sue her. Okay, which? Let's see which witch is going to come up. Maybe this is the witch I need to pray to in case I have the awful choice of choosing between you and the plastic shard and Jill Biden. Even though I know she ain't no actual medical doctor, I feel like you've got better command of the internet. You could probably pull up a YouTube video or 2 or 3 about how to do the incision and the stitching and maybe about infection control. I don't know. F you! Oh my goodness, F you made it. Wow, we might have to stick around a little bit longer just to make sure we get FU some quality time. All right, here's that witch about the surgery. Marie Laveau. I love it. Yeah, this is the voodoo goddess of New Orleans. And I did actually go to her supposed tomb before they closed the cemetery and they made you pay $25 to go in. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll trust the witch doctor over the actual doctor. How's that? Ugh. Ooh, well, you know what you're watching after this. Wow. Well, I'm glad you know. Okay, well, does Goog have a question? Because I was kind of wrapping it up. I do have a lotto ticket, but since you just joined, I thought maybe you want to participate a little bit. If not, that's fine. I can maybe do another reading or, I don't know, maybe rant about some other shit. I don't know. It's 9:36. Uh, if you quick, ask her questions. I love it. Y'all are just trying to wait for me to start sneezing again. I know what's up. I had a little sneezing fit early before, like right before the show started. And I bet y'all are just waiting for that to kick up again. Ask her about evil Kazakhstani roofers or wood stoves or something. I will say in August, I don't know how it is up where you are, but it seems like that's when it's starting to get cooler up north. Correct me if I'm wrong, but late August, early September, it's a little bit cooler than it was in late July, early August. Or maybe that's just my misperception. But yeah, it would be weird to me to be in a place where it's below 50 degrees most of the year. That would be a whole culture shock to me that I don't know if I could understand because I'm only used to two things: hot, very hot. Occasionally it gets cold, but mostly it's hot and very hot. I don't think I can handle it the cold and very cold. I don't know if those two sides of me would ever like be balanced. Mm. Fuck you is the firewood guy bad mouthing me behind my back. Oh my goodness. Well, this seems like a very site specific kind of issue. Oh, spin again. Okay, think harder about it. Ooh, a witch. Okay, another witch. Let's see about this firewood guy. I don't have a firewood guy or gal or person, depending on your proclivities politically, but I do think it's probably a role that I could get into if I was in the area of, I don't know, somewhere that needed it and I had a truck. Because, I don't mind unloading logs for people. I don't necessarily want to cut them. I'd probably just be like a middleman kind of person. But that would be something I could do. You know, that or maybe pressure washing. I could get into some pressure washing. I just don't feel like being wet all the time. It's more of a fun activity to do occasionally. What do we got? Kali. Oh, yeah, I would say so. There's some there's some righteous indignation, some horrible like death stuff going on here. I don't know what you did to this person or what this person's psychotic problem is with you, but yeah, there's definitely something there. You might need to root it out. And if it's somebody that's doing you wrong, you might need to be like Kali on their ass. You know, you might need to be the destroyer of all untruths. So yeah, there you go. Sorry, that seems rough. Nobody likes to, piss off their wood person because you know the next person over is probably charging more money. All right. My eye is weeping again. I think it's makeup. I think I've grown to the place where I can't wear makeup no more. It makes me sad. I used to be all about the makeup. Now the less I put on, the more my eyes weep. Ah well, it's the change. Anyway, y'all. Well, it's 9:40. I'm gonna kind of wrap it up. So, I'm gonna spin the wheel one more time. Give me one more collective reading, and then I'll do my lotto ticket. Oh, a rhetorical. Wow, we have had tons of books on our list. We got War of the Worlds. We got some H.G. Wells in the house. We got, oh man, where'd it go? We got our, oh, there they are. We got our Mark Twain books, little Huckleberry Finn, short story or two, maybe an essay. We got the works of Shakespeare. We got the whole works of Shakespeare, or, you know, even just Scotland books, Harry Potter, that shit. But yeah, here's our last liturgical here for the collective. Now that we got our reading list set up, it's our book club for September. What do we got here? Oh, of Mice and Men, John Steinbeck. My God, the universe has given us some hard lessons this time. And they're a tragedy of American proportions here. Oh my goodness. Well, y'all, I hate to leave it on that note because that's a depressing book. But yeah, there are things to be learned from this experience. And, you know, September is a little bit more of a sober month compared to the summer. So you might need to rein it in and get more introspective. Anyway, yeah, y'all are awesome. I love y'all. I do have a lotto ticket. I did buy a Powerball ticket because the Powerball got real high. But who knows if I'm going to win. I never win them big things. Anyway, oh, I should not do that. That is going to be a mistake. Here, I'll scratch on this. Okay. Y'all manifest some good money for me because I think I might have to have surgery on my knee. I don't have no official diagnosis yet because I got to save up for that MRI. But let me tell y'all, something's fucked up there. And I'm going to have to do something about it. So here we go. We got our winning numbers here, or our numbers. Oh, whoopsie. Didn't mean to throw that on my computer. All right, here's our numbers. Come on, number 12. Come on, number 12. Oh, no. Bum, bum, bum. 27. Boo. We weren't even close to the 28. We could have got $20. Oh, well. Anyway, that's the way it goes, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this evening. I love y'all so much. I do this because y'all keep coming back. And it helps me too. So we're all helping each other. I will see y'all next week at 9 o'clock Central. Remember, tell your friends about the show. Get them to log on with you next time. Y'all can have a little chat with each other in the chat. Yeah. Share, like, subscribe, all that shit. If you see me in the future, like this is a replay, come back when I do it live. It's way more fun. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I will see y'all next time.